Libra or Libra cross watcher, I have a super specific message for you guys today. In fact, I just figured out what I was going to talk about today last night, and it was because I stumbled across this video on TikTok, and it was twice. I saw two different videos. It was two different guys, but they were basically saying the same thing, and I'm like, oh shit, but I gotta agree. So this could be man or woman. Remember, that doesn't really matter here. However, I'm going to tell you what they said. You can reverse this entire message if you need to, feel free. But basically, the guys were saying, it's not the woman that he follows that you got to worry about. It's the woman he's blocked. And I was like jaw drop, right? I was like, damn. And then they were saying, there's only two reasons males will block a female. Remember, the gender here don't matter, but it's just what I got in the video. He said either they ripped us to shreds and basically devastated us, and so to keep ourselves from having to hurt constantly over it, we have to block them so that, you know, we're not even tempted to look at them, although we're still very much affected by them because we did care about these people, or because whoever we got with was feeling some type of way about it and forced us to do it. But in that case, and only in that case, if that's the case, which a lot of people do that, you know, I did it. Oh, hell yeah, I told you. If y'all been with me a while, I used to be controlling as shit. I'd be like, block her, whereas I would, like, looking back, like, I don't even know if I would get along with my former self, but I've had to, you know, I've had to, like, re-meet her all over again and forgive her and love her and be like, calm down, it's okay, honey. You are special in your own way, and, you know, I had to, like, talk to her. You know what I mean? And I'm sure 10 years from now, I'm going to have to talk to me. But anyway, you know, sometimes you'll have those people, and it's not just women, men do it too, where it's like, you know, it's ego and it's jealousy and insecurity, whereas it's like much better to not even show that it really affects you. So someone here, I'm going to say it's happening on the outside of you because that's actually what I'm getting. I'm actually getting that whoever's watching this video, you're the person that's been blocked. Okay, unless it's reversed and you're the one that has blocked someone, and not out of just because you're angry or mad because you still find yourself really loving this person even if you're fighting it, but because someone else wanted you to, because of jealousy, because of their ego and their insecurities. But I think it's, again, on the outside of you, and this is someone who is dealing with a person who could be a potential partner or somebody that they just kind of mess with, that is like hell bent on them not having anything to do with you. And I mean, they may constantly check this person's stuff, or at least they did until they blocked you, but they even get back on this person's phone or their devices to see if you're still blocked. That's another thing the guys said in the video. Both of them said, a lot of times we don't keep them blocked. You can't really block on social media these days. You can block all day and then you can just make another account, or you can use a different phone. You know what I mean? There's apps. That's what the guys said. I mean, I appreciate that shit though, because they're actually like spreading real shit, you know, real knowledge, like shit that people are really doing. And it's like, we shouldn't have to be like forced to, you know what I mean? And I get that though. Like, I totally get it. And respect for them putting that out. You know what I mean? I bet other guys are mad at them for it. Or girls, if they're the ones doing it, I bet they're mad. But they're mad because it's the truth. That's what happens, you know? I mean, even I did it. Whenever I had people that were insecure and told me to block somebody, I would unblock them. That's what happens. That's the truth. And so, somebody here, I think they've unblocked you. They did block you. Yes, they did. And they haven't talked to you. They haven't reached out. They haven't said anything to you. But because they're still, I believe, still with somebody, or they're dealing with somebody that currently goes through their phone or checks their search history, or to see if you've to see if they've liked any of your stuff, if anything, like if you're in their watch history, maybe on like TikTok or something, like YouTube. This person's constantly having to erase their steps. Erasing their steps won't or isn't erasing you. If anything, it's making it worse, you know? That's like when you're keeping yourself from something, like when you're on a diet. They're on like a diet from you. They're dieting off of you. That's all it is. It's not a permanent fixture, and here's why. Because they've already unblocked you. They watch your social media, you know, they definitely check up on what you're doing. They see what you're doing. They want to, because they never really wanted it to be like this, but they also allowed themselves to be kind of controlled with who they were with. They wanted to make them happy. They may have wanted to move on from you and forget you. Whatever it was, I think that they're kind of regretting it now. And they are being sneaky. And they are being disloyal to the sense of maybe they're not. Now, some of you, they are reaching out to you and y'all are communicating now. But if you're not, their heart is being disloyal, because the disloyalty is the fact that they should just talk to this person and be like, I don't want to block them. I want to have a connection with them. Maybe I don't want to get back with them, or maybe I don't want to be with them again. Them as in you watching this video, but I don't want to shut this person out like I did. But they're not being honest. Not only with the person, but they're not being honest with themselves. So they're basically like torturing themselves by constantly seeing you in your life and whatever you've got going on now. They know. They know. They're aware of the foods you eat now. They're aware of the hairstyles you have now, and the type of clothes you wear, the places you go if you talk about it. Whatever you talk about online or through certain people that maybe they can get information, they're aware, because they're checking up on you. It reminds me, I heard someone say this the other day, but it wasn't regarding this situation, but I could apply it here. It's like when you see horses with those blinders on the side of their eyes. This is what the person's been doing to them, whoever this is. Now, if it's not a lover, it could be someone in their family who's like, block them, don't talk to them. This person's awful, as in you. And they have basically come behind this person and covered their eyes just like this. Or they've just like, you know, imagine the horse with the things on the side of the horse's eyes. Sometimes they do it to birds too, cover their eyes. Imagine this person coming up behind them and covering their eyes like, don't you look at her. Don't you talk to her or him. Don't you, you know what I mean? I'm going to make sure of it. I'm going to make it to where you're only focused on me, or you're only focused on your life now. Don't even worry about them. Don't worry about Libra or Cross Watcher. Get over them. Whatever. I mean, either way, the only reason that someone has been so adamant about trying to keep another person from acknowledging your existence anymore is because they're intimidated by your presence. Even if it's like a parent of theirs or a sibling, they're intimidated, or they're jealous of you. They're jealous that this person ever had a connection with you. They're jealous of this person's interest in you. And they can tell even if you're blocked. And I'm telling you, you're not blocked anymore. If you're still blocked, you're blocked on the account that the person has the information of, but they got a fake account. Or they get on incognito. Or they do something where it's not traced. I'm hearing Tracy, trace. Something's trying to come through. I'm also hearing Connie. That's not for everybody, but they're trying to... I hear Scorpio. Yeah, basically that's what's going on here. Someone... the thing is, too, what led them to get to this place is really them, because they had to talk about you and say something about you that made this other person feel some type of way. Even if it's not like a romantic partner or someone they F with, you know. If it's family, friends, they had to tell them something about you. So like they should maybe take a little bit of responsibility for why they're kind of being either forced or guilt tripped into shutting you out of their life and keeping you out. You know what I mean? Not looking at you at all. It's like the more that someone tries to convince this person to forget about you, even by just focusing more over here, it just makes them all the more interested in seeing what's going on in your life. They're constantly looking back. You can't drive like that. You will eventually wreck. They're going to get caught. If they don't get caught, they're just going to eventually crumble, because it's killing them. I think it's killing someone. I think they're fucking depressed. I think they're sad. If this is you, I think you're depressed and sad, because ultimately you still want to reach out to somebody, or at least be friends, or at least be like, hey, are you okay? I just want you to know, like, whatever happened between us in the past, like, I want to let it go. See, they can't even talk. Like, somebody is, like, there's shame here. There's ultimately there's shame. They're sad. Now, let's say it's nothing like that and y'all weren't ever romantically involved. This could be someone here who, like, let's say you're somebody's sister, and this is just an example, but you're somebody's sister, and they're friends with your brother, and your brother's like, look, go ahead and fucking take that out of your head. Maybe they told your brother or something, hey, I really like her. I like her. I want to date your sister. You know, hey man, you gonna give her my number? Hey man, can I? Whatever fucking dudes say. And your brother may have said, you want to die? And they may have been like, hey man, you know, there's ain't no harm here. Ain't nobody trying to fight, yo. You know, again, whatever guys say. Or maybe they're, I don't know. And you may not even know about any of this happening. So basically, maybe they haven't blocked you, but maybe they've had to not talk about you or bring you up anymore, and definitely not pursue you because, well, your brother would find out. So maybe they didn't physically block you on like social media or anything, but they're being blocked from you. Let's say you did some sort of business with somebody, or you met them somehow and they were with somebody when you met them, and it was maybe on like a career terms, but clearly their partner has the fucking hots for you. And I say has, present tense, because they still do. They can play it all day like they don't, and their partner still feels it, they know. But let's say y'all had to exchange numbers because of business, but it's just fucking evident that their person is into you, and beyond that, like, you're a real fucking threat. I mean, you're a real threat. You're a triple threat for a lot of you. I mean, it's the truth. Why the need to be so controlling otherwise? And so they took your number out of their phone. And because people don't remember numbers these days, how are they going to get in touch with you? I mean, they could now, but then now they have eyes on them. Like, they could, if they have your email, they could email you. If they know your name, obviously they do. I think they are aware of social media, or they're aware of another way they can get in touch with you. But the only reason they don't is because this person's now watching them closely. Like, I'm hearing watching them like a hawk. Some of you could be seeing hawks. There's someone doing Seahawks. But some of you could be seeing a lot of hawks in the near future. Like, actually, you just be seeing hawks randomly. Also, something to do with a pawn shop here, because, like, something about getting out of hawk. Someone also could have had to, like, file bankruptcy confirmation for someone, or something to do with getting themselves in hawk. It could just be a term for them not trying to be getting in trouble. Somebody's trying to be a good boy or a good girl. Right? Getting out of hawk, meaning idiom is an idiom. Reacquired from a pawnbroker or after being repossessed. Bought back from a pawn shop. What does hawk mean in slang? To sell. To sell something that you hope to buy back later. Exactly. Somebody sold you out to. Somebody, some of them, in some of the cases, somebody did sell you out. They really did some fucked up shit. And this is why everybody's like not liked you, and why they're so adamant about this person staying away from you. But it's like they kind of got themselves in the position they're in now. And now they're regretting it. Now they're like, damn, I actually didn't want to sabotage this connection, and I done fucked it all up. If this is not anything romantic, it could be as petty as friends, guys. Have you ever had that? Usually that's more like school age, you know, but shit, I mean, people say we're supposed to grow up as adults, but we don't, you know. And then you'll say it's like friends, women. There could be one woman who's like, you know what, she's not your friend. This girl, she's a piece of shit. She's a bad friend. She's not, you know what I mean? La 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 la. And then, like, so you block this person, and ultimately it's like you want her back as your friend. But now, because of this person, she's scared to even be your friend again, because this person's like making sure she don't come back. But it's because this person is jealous and feels like you can't be friends with both. It's something like that, right? Been there. I've been there. Right? I've been there. I understand. So yeah, well, that's what I'm getting for this message, guys. I'm not really getting much else. It's pretty clear. All right, I love you so much. Thank you for being here, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.